Rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another episode from the Believer's Path channel. May Allah allow us to benefit from the reminders. Today I want to discuss the issue of telling the truth, being honest, and not being from those who tell lies. You know, the believer, the mu'min, may Allah make us of the mu'mineen. The believer can be a lot of things, okay? We can make a lot of mistakes. We can do a lot of bad things because we are human beings and Allah created us with this nature of, making mistakes. The believer can do many wrong things, but the believer is never a liar. This is something that the believer is never. The Prophet ﷺ made it clear to us that lying is not the way of the believer at all. We should avoid and stay away from lying in every sense of the word. We should be amongst the truthful. Now, it is not easy to always tell the truth. Not necessarily, because when you tell the truth, you may get into trouble. When you tell the truth, you may have to face consequences because you may have done something wrong. So, you have to tell your parents, you have to tell your the law, the police, whoever it is. You have to be honest and truthful. Now, when that happens, because you did something wrong, you have to face the consequences in the dunya, no doubt. But you have to understand that Allah loves those who are truthful. So although you have to face the consequences, you are those who Allah loves because the quality of having sidq, which is truthfulness. If you think that I've told a lie and I'll get away with it, the reality is you'll never get away with it, because Allah, who is shaheed ala kulli shay, He is a witness over everything. He is watchful over you and He will hold you to account in this dunya and definitely in the akhirah. So, if you look at our situation, and some of us fall into this trap where, let's say for example, someone phones your house and one of your children picks up the phone and you find out who it is on the phone, you don't want to talk to them. So you tell your children, tell them, oh, we're not home, we're not here. And you make this, sign that we're not home. Now you are actually telling your child to lie to that person. That's what you're doing. You're actually teaching your child it's okay to lie. It's okay to tell that person on the phone, my parents are not home, my parents are not here, when in reality you are here. Okay? Now you might think, oh, I don't want to speak to them, there are issues, there are problems, whatever they are. But the reality is the child who's developing and nurturing under your care learns what? It's actually okay to lie. It's okay. It's not a problem. And they should not be learning that at all. Another situation, if you think about this as well, when your children are young and they do things, they break things in the house, that happens all the time. When you come home and you say, who broke this? And you're angry about it. Who did this? Now the child will be afraid to own up because you've already made it clear that you're not happy. And if the child is thinking, if I tell the truth, I'm going to get in trouble, I'm going to be, so I'd rather tell a lie to get away with it. This is kind of the psychology of the child. When in reality, as a parent, you would want to encourage them to be truthful. And if they tell the truth and say, Mum, I did that, Dad, I did that, you should actually be happy that they told the truth. Yes, what they did was wrong, they broke this, they did that, whatever they did. But the reality is that that child has told you the truth, and that is the quality of the believer. And you want to be encouraging that all the time. Okay? And I will do another part to this, inshallah, to discuss this bit more detail about being truthful and not lying. But I want to just tell you one story, which is a very long story regarding some of the companions of the Prophet ﷺ, who, when a journey to Tabuk, which was an expedition of fighting, was arranged, they had time to plan, and many Sahaba were instructed to go, but 3 Sahaba remained behind. They didn't go, and they made an excuse, and they delayed going, they didn't prepare, and in the end they didn't actually go at all. So when the expedition returned, they wanted to hear the reasons why people did not attend. Many of the hypocrites and the people who were bad, had disease in their hearts, they lied, they made up stories and made excuses, and they got away with it in that sense. But these 3 Sahaba, they did not lie. They told the truth. They were honest. And you have to understand that was a difficult thing to do at that time, because they realized the repercussion was that I didn't attend when I was supposed to go. The whole community would look at us in a bad light. But they came to the Prophet ﷺ and they put their hand up and said, yes, Ya Rasulullah, we didn't prepare, we should have gone. Forgive us, ask Allah to forgive us. It will never happen again. And the Prophet ﷺ, dealt with these people that he had to abandon them to make them learn their lesson. Now, they told the truth and they faced a difficult time after that. They really did. In the society, they were treated as, oh, look at these people, they didn't attend and whatever the reasons were. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, subhanallah, Allah revealed ayat of the Quran about these three. Can you imagine? Allah reveals ayat of the Quran regarding those three Sahaba who did not attend and they stayed behind. Allah forgave them, and He actually specified specific forgiveness for these Sahaba, and He said something critical. Allah said, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullaha wa kunu ma'as sadiqeen. O you who have believed, have taqwa of Allah and be with the truthful ones. Allah said what? Be with the truthful. Allah is encouraging you to be with those with sidq. This is actually saying that those Sahaba are part of your community and they did a mistake, but they are truthful and that quality is good. Be with them, be one, and overlook the faults that had happened, and remember that the quality of truthfulness is fundamental. This is the ayat of Quran. May Allah allow us to be of those who are truthful and honest, and I will continue this inshallah in part 2. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Just a reminder to spread the videos. May Allah allow you to benefit. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.